Iran's powerful military arm, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, claims it has carried out a massive drone and missile assault on a United States airbase in the Sheikh Issa area of Bahrain. According to the IRGC, 20 drones and 3 missiles were launched in what it described as the 14th wave of Operation True Promise 4. The target, they say, was the main command and headquarters building of the American airbase. In a statement, the IRGC declared that the facility was destroyed and its fuel tanks set ablaze, sending towering plumes of fire and smoke into the sky. Images circulating on social media show thick columns of smoke rising above Manama. Reports from the ground describe repeated explosions echoing across the Bahrain capital as Iran presses forward with a third consecutive day of strikes against Gulf states. There has been no immediate official confirmation from Bahraini authorities regarding the extent of damage at the Sheikh Issa base. The United States has also not yet publicly responded to the IRGC's sweeping claims. But the tension did not stop at the military front. Amid reports of missile and drone attacks, pro-Iran protests erupted across parts of Bahrain. Demonstrators reportedly hurled Molotov cocktails at police vehicles, while security forces responded with tear gas to contain the unrest. The domestic unrest now adds another volatile layer to an already combustible regional crisis. Meanwhile, the conflict appears to be widening. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry says its forces intercepted and destroyed at least 8 drones heading towards Riyadh and the nearby city of Al-Kaj. The announcement came as Gulf air defenses remain on high alert amid fears of sustained attacks. Earlier on Tuesday, the ministry also confirmed that the United States Embassy in Riyadh was subjected to at least 2 drone strikes. Officials described a limited fire and minor material damage to a building inside the embassy complex. Taken together, these developments mark a dramatic escalation in Iran's confrontation with American and allied interests in the Gulf. From Bahrain to Saudi Arabia, from military installations to diplomatic compounds, the theater of operations is expanding rapidly. The IRGC insists its strikes successfully hit their intended targets, yet without independent verification, key questions remain unanswered. What is clear, however, is that the region is now witnessing one of the most direct and dangerous exchanges between Iran and US-aligned forces in recent memory.
This incident, this tragic event, is an extremely bitter blow for all of us, the entire Iranian nation. What this means is that America and the Zionists, through their actions, have practically created a dire situation for Iran. And for the Iranian people, we must unequivocally state they have truly set fire to the very heart of our nation. We will make their hearts burn. They must understand that they cannot simply strike and then escape without consequences, and the Iranian nation, throughout its long and storied history, has witnessed many such events. It has seen things far worse than these. The Mongols arrived and completely devastated the entirety of Iran, yet the Iranian people stood firm and resisted them.
Iran's top security chief has delivered a blistering warning to the US, declaring the Islamic Republic is bracing for a prolonged and punishing war as tensions spiral across the Middle East. Ali Larijani, head of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, lashed out at US President Donald Trump, accusing him of plunging the region into chaos with what he called delusional fantasies. In a blistering series of social media posts, Iran's top security chief Ali Larijani flatly mocked whispers of a diplomatic overture to Washington, unleashing a tone of unyielding defiance that matched the roar of missiles and drones slicing through skies across multiple borders. Iran, unlike the United States, has prepared itself for a long war, he declared, a stark rejection of any talk of renewed negotiations as the region hurtles deeper into conflict. Larijani accused Trump of betraying his own America First doctrine in favor of what he described as Israel First, claiming the US president had sacrificed American lives and resources to advance Israeli ambitions. Mimicking Trump's trademark all-caps style, Larijani charged that US had entered a conflict that damages US interests while serving Israel's military campaign, which intensified dramatically following the October 7 Hamas-led attacks. He warned that Trump's wishful thinking could drag the entire region into a wider and unnecessary war, one he suggested even the White House now fears could cost more American casualties. The rhetoric comes just days after a devastating joint US-Israeli assault on Iran that killed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in the opening wave of strikes, along with senior commanders and members of his family. Since then, more than 2,000 targets across Iran, including military bases and weapons facilities, have reportedly been hit. Tehran has also responded with barrages of ballistic missiles and drones targeting Israel, US bases, Gulf Arab states, Iraq, Cyprus, and key maritime corridors, widening the battlefield to at least half a dozen countries. Long regarded by some as a pragmatic insider who once oversaw nuclear negotiations with US, Larijani has now taken a hardline stance. Sanctioned earlier this year by the US over his role in cracking down on domestic protests, he is widely seen as a powerful figure operating at the center of Iran's wartime leadership. On Monday, he crushed any flicker of diplomatic hope, reposting reports of possible talks with a stark, uncompromising warning: "We will not negotiate with the United States." As military strikes intensify and rhetoric grows more incendiary, Larijani vowed Iran would fiercely defend itself at any cost, promising to make its enemies regret their miscalculation. The message from Tehran was chillingly clear: this conflict is far from finished, and the next phase may be even more dangerous.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out they, right?
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.